What do you say, baseball fans? Rye Bread talking baseball episode 64. Rays were off last night, but it didn't mean there wasn't great baseball around the league. If you wanted that over in Boston and Houston, it came through in a big way. 20 runs between the two. Boston wins 12-8. Fireworks show again. Kansas City with a big 6-1 win. I wanted to highlight that. And also, two things. The Cards and Cubs game today is big on the news that Flaherty's going to be out to the All-Star break. He's hurt. Our Brewers pick in the NL Central looks great right now. But Cards and Cubs becomes a little bit extra charged like it isn't already. Those teams don't necessarily like each other, and the Cardinals need to battle back a little bit here. I think they were the odds-on favorite to take that division. And the Brewers are tougher than expected. The Cubs have hung around longer than people probably thought that they would. But I'm still a big Brew Crew fan. We know, we love them. Let's go Brewers. Willie! It's like Devil Rays North up there. With Garcia, Boxberger. They've got a bunch of old faces up there. But we like the Brewers still in the Central. But that news on Flaherty can't be good for Cards fans. We actually got this little piece of action. And it's apt. He's hurt too. Coming back from TJ. Maybe they'll get something from the bullpen. Maybe a little bit, but I don't expect to see him. We yanked it's a single color patch, but it's a two-toner. Two different parts of the uni. So it's pretty cool. It's unique in that way. I'm hanging on to that one. But the bell of the ball. You guys are going to love this one. Maybe you heard of this guy before. This kind of thing, you just don't see it. That's a Mackenzie Gore Gem Mint First. This is a nice baseball card. And as you know, starting this week, like we said, PSA ratings themselves, just to get a PSA, it's $230 just to get started. So you add that basically to whatever you pay for the card. So I'm trying to get as much Gen Mint 10 PSA action on even hopeful. But Mackenzie Gore, even though he's struggled thus far with his control, he's struggling in the same way that Glasnow did. And if he takes that trail, we'll take it, baby. But lots of good baseball tonight, too. Snell and DeGrom tonight, awesome. I was thinking about using my home run challenge for this game just because it's so star-studded, but man, the pitchers are too good. So I'm going to wait, and I'm going to use my Tatis and Lindor home run calls, and I'm going to move it to Sunday. Sunday's matchups are a little bit more friendly. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to wait until Sunday before we use our bullets here, and we'll use them both in the same game. Hopefully both the guys are going to go. It's a day game on Sunday. We'll be able to check it out. But you choose to win Tatis hits a home run, or I only need one. And with these pitching matchups tonight, I had planned on doing it tonight, but man, Snell and DeGrom, it's why when you can wait till Sunday against a little bit lesser competition, let's say. And of course, as you know, we've got that DeGrom Rainbow Refract from a pack that's already $65-$80. So the better he does, he comes through with that Cy Young year, that's going to be a $200 card. It's going to get rated. So Shohei's going again tonight. Got a bunch of Shohei. I'm considering going and putting Shohei out for a look. But we've been getting some of these Diamond Kings cards that we've been buying. We got them for a great price. Got it for about $20. And then we were pulling down Singer debut. Ruiz. Dodger fans know all about him. I got a bunch of his rookie sets. If you're an old Orioles fan, we're going to be watching for him tonight. Mountcastle's been raking. So these Diamond Kings cards don't have the same pull, these Panini cards, but they're pretty. The top cards are a little bit better. Got the Contreras Artist Proof. Remember, the card itself doesn't matter as much. It's the condition of the card and what card it is, right? This Yelich Artist Proof, beautiful card, great condition. is not worth anywhere near what this McClanahan rookie's worth. Right? It's just that's how the card game works. So load up on your PSAs, or don't. Leave them for me. But that's the tack we're taking. Watch for us on Sunday for those home runs. Glaber was 3 for 5 yesterday. He was hitting the ball all over the yard. Didn't hit one out, though. Urshela hit one out. Stanton hit one out. Would have been fun to have that come through for us. But we're still being hopeful. As hopeful as the Minnesota Twins against Aroldis Chapman with 2 bombs to take it. The pendulum was bound to swing back for Chapman. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, right? Every time that guy gets taken yard, he deserves it. I'm not a huge fan, as you know. I've been all over that. You know my feelings on Chapman and his tired stare in. I wonder if Donaldson gets to get a little hard look back at him. Cruz ended it with a big one. But I am just not a fan of Chapman. He might be my least favorite player in the league. Even with the rolled up sleeves, cool guy. Wow, look at those tattoos. I don't know, not a fan. But of course, if he was closing for the Rays, I might have a different opinion. Actually, no, I wouldn't. He's a or a woman choking scumbag, so I'm not taking it back. I'm not sorry about it. And it's not alleged. It's confirmed. And before we go, I was watching, man, Odubel Herrera misplayed one in center field, but then he had too many hits. I'm trying to get Kiermaier traded over there. I'm just kidding. It's good to have Kiermaier on defense. If they need to move him, they will. The last thing anybody from the outside needs to do is tell the Rays how to move their guys around or how to trade or how to do anything like that. You really overstep your boundaries. You're outside of your lane if you're telling the Rays how to handle their own personnel because they've done nothing but prove that they know what the heck they're doing about it. But with the bobblehead thing being moved back for Lau, that seems glaring. And ever since Kiermaier did that Kelly Leak thing in front of Randy, I've just had a kind of a sour taste about it. That's why it's kind of joking. I just say, get him out of here. But the last couple of throws I've seen Kiermaier make have not been good. So if you're going to step in somebody, you better have yourself a laser, a.k.a. Mr. Renfroe, calling from right field in Fenway. That guy's got a cannon. He's got 2 guys with ridiculous throws. He got Bregman the other night. But then there was that airmail that he sailed into the waters of Lake Minnetonka. That was a big one that he botched for us against the Twins. But that is going to happen with Renfroe. He's got such a cannon. You don't run on him. Bregman found out the hard way. That was a couple games ago. Last night, nobody was getting thrown out. 12-8 Boston. For tonight, again, Civale's going tonight. That was the last thing I wanted to get to. Done at Civale. We got that Civale rookie card. Aaron Civale, Aaron. We got his rookie for about $8. He's super cheap right now. He gets overshadowed by Beebs, and he's an incredible pitcher. Aaron Civale, we've been on him a couple of times. We didn't see any bets that we really liked today, so we're just kind of staying away. Everybody that we liked was super expensive. So that's where we're leaving it. We're not going to force one. And the very last thing, before we go, on Wake and Rake podcast, episode 10, it was April 20-something, early in the season, Jerry Hairston Jr. went on there and said, watch out for Julio Urias because he's going to be opening eyes this year. He's ready to break out. He's got all the stuff. 9-2 so far with like a 3.5 ERA and a .92 whip. He has been everything the Dodgers could have hoped for. And there they are, even as they struggled so mightily there for that bit. Urias is sitting there with a 9-2 record and looking tough, just adding another weapon. So the Dodgers aren't going anywhere, that's for sure. But it was a nice take a while back from Hairston and the boys over there at Wake and Rake. It's a good deal. So I'm going to be down there in Tampa next week. So hopefully we're going to get a few Rays games in. I'm trying to get credentialed out. If you have any questions for me when that happens, start getting them ready because you know I'll ask them. We're going to do 162, but not before we leave on our advertising Bascom's Chop House. Don't forget about them there, St. Pete, Tampa, Clearwater. Best food in the city, best wine in the city. Yummy. Fishtails at Homosassa, you can catch me out there with my wife and I doing a little bar hopping. That'll be fun out there at Homosassa next week. And of course, if you're making it out to the Philippines, don't forget you've got Bravo Beach Resort. Give them a call, tell them I sent you. You might get a few points. And then, of course, Pirate Castle's out there as well. Lots of good peeps out there. A couple of good burger stands from what I heard, Mingo. But that's it. We've run long again. Don't forget about us. We'll be back again with 162.